Hello, welcome. It is lovely to see all of your faces here. My name is Dr. Marina Amanda. I'm Associate Professor in the Department of Biological Sciences. I've had the pleasure of teaching some of our students today, and I am very excited to have you here. So thank you all for joining us. I am happy and excited to welcome our graduates in. So if you could, please let us welcome our graduates. Thank you all for welcoming our graduates in to get front row center seats. I appreciate all of you for being here. So as we get started, we do want to acknowledge all the many people who have come together for this event to happen, especially since this is now happening, I guess, pivoting to happening today. So thank you all for being here and this lovely no tornado weather day. We also had to reschedule our fall one too, so I had to say we're over 2 this year and weather events for our graduation, so I'm happy that we were able to have this today. So first I would like to offer our gratitude to the Office of Vice Chancellor for Anti-Racism, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, the Hispanic Latinx Faculty Staff Association, and the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs for helping organize this event. So thank you all for your continued support of this event. I also would like to thank the staff of the Kimball Belonging and Engagement Hub, and I also want to add that I would love to thank the staff for the mug, for being a part in helping, especially given all of the last minute changes. So thank you everyone for helping us implement. So, welcome graduates, and I do want to bring your attention to the program booklet. So we have a digital program booklet, so if you are with us in person, the first few pages of the digital program booklet is similar to what you have. So this includes the listing of our graduates, it also includes the order of events for today's program. So if you scan that QR code, you'll get access to the entire program and the full digital engagement, or the full digital booklet, which includes all their graduates' pictures, their biographies, and messages to those that have been pivotal in their journeys to this point in their education. And for those who are not with us today, who will be viewing us online, that same booklet is on the Kimball Belonging and Engagement Hub's website under the Affinity Celebrations page, and you can view that event at any time. And this will also be streamed on YouTube. So while you're perusing through that program booklet, I also want to take some time to welcome and recognize members of our senior leadership team who are here. So some of them are here with us today. We're grateful to have their continued support of this event, and especially this week as we celebrate all of our graduates. So first, I would like to thank our SIU Chancellor, Dr. James T. Miner. I also would like to thank the Vice Chancellors. I also want to thank the Extended Council, the deans of the schools and the colleges, especially because they were involved in our graduate education, and then our SIU system leadership team who often cannot attend because there are so many events between SIU and SIU, so they do some of their regrets. I also see that we have Lindsay Wagner here today, so I do want to thank her for being here and so with that, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 19th Hispanic Latinx graduation ceremony, which we celebrate, weather permitted, semi-annually. And I'd also like to add a few notes about today's celebration. So we often receive questions about why we use the term Latinx in this program instead of terms like Latino, Latina, Chicano, Hispanic, or others. And we use that because it is a more gender-inclusive term used by scholars, activists, and many college communities to reflect the broader spectrum of identities in the deep Hispanic Latinx communities. So many of those are trans, queer, non-binary, or non-gender conforming. And it's just our way of moving beyond the gender binary and acknowledging the diverse experiences of people with Latin American ancestry. So we understand that not everybody identifies as that. Some prefer Hispanic, Latino, or the specific country of origin. Hispanic itself often is a term imposed through colonialization, and while many have reclaimed it in empowering ways, we want to acknowledge that the complexity of language is real, and it is valid. So ultimately, we use the term Hispanic and Latinx in the spirit of inclusion and recognition of intersectional identity. We know how personal identity is, and we want to honor the diversity of our community. And this name reflects thoughtful considerations and conversations, so as that evolves, we too will change in the future. So we are now pleased to, in this moment, to host a special graduation event like this one, and for our students to be celebrated and recognize all the achievements that they have done. And we also want to thank and support the families and friends and all of those who supported our graduates on this journey. So let's give them a round of applause. Because we know no one gets here just by themselves to take the village. So at this time, it is my pleasure to invite to the stage our ceremony student speaker. You may recognize the student from many leadership roles and efforts that she's been a part of, including being a part of as a code scholar, the criminal justice club, chemistry club, as a resident assistant at Woodland Hall, and lastly, as the president of the Hispanic Union. She also was a lovely student to have in class. So please join me in welcoming Isabel Martinez Gomez.
Good evening, everyone. Buenas tardes. It's truly an honor that we did not walk alone. There's a story of sacrifice, of late nights, of moments where we had to remind ourselves, échale ganas, y se puede. The story of families who believed in us, who told us, ponte las pilas when we needed that push, and who never let us forget where we come from. Para muchos de nosotros, este momento es más que un logro personal, es un logro familiar. It belongs to the parents who long hours, to the grandparents who prayed for us, to the siblings who looked up to us. It belongs to everyone who made sure we had a chance to be here today. Their dreams will walk across the stage with us. We carry something powerful with us. We carry nuestra cultura, nuestro idioma, nuestras we carry resilience. The kindness shows us when things get hard and reminds us not to be invested. Look around you. These are the people who study life with you, who remind you, ánimo, sí se puede, sigue adelante, and to help you to keep going. Together we created something powerful, una comunidad rooted in pride and responsibility. As we move forward, we carry more than degrees. We carry our language, our traditions, our stories. We carry the responsibility to open doors for those who come after us, to show them that el que persevera es alcanza. There will be challenges ahead, but we are not new challenges. They come from strength. We are built to thrive, not just survive. We come from a legacy of people who believe in us because we believe in ourselves. So wherever life takes us next, whether it's further education, careers, or a new path discovered, remember who you are and where you come from. Our stories, our familias, our orgullo. Remember, ponte las pilas, because you've already proven that you can. So let's keep going. Let's keep pushing forward. And let's keep opening doors to those who come after us. Y a nuestras familias, gracias por todo, por su amor, por su sacrificio, y por nunca dejar de creer en nosotros. This achievement is yours as much as it is ours. Esto no se final, es todo el comienzo de todo lo que podemos llegar a ser. Si se pudo y si se puede. Congratulations, felicidades de clase 2023.
Thank you again. Can we just get another round of applause? And with that, I also would now like to invite our keynote speaker. So before Dr. Amelia Perez comes up, I do want to brag on her about how awesome she is. So Dr. Amelia Perez is a professor in the School of Nursing, and she is the coordinator for our undergraduate research and creative activities program. So she has been at SIUD now for 22 years. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Nursing and Master's of Science in Nursing from SIUD, and then a PhD in Nursing from St. Louis University. She also works as a registered nurse at Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis in the area of acute care medicine. Her research expertise focuses on acculturation, health behaviors, hypertension, and health disparities among underserved populations, as well as in nursing simulations. Dr. Perez has published multiple articles in peer-reviewed journals and has conducted professional presentations at local, regional, and national conferences and international conferences. Dr. Perez maintains a collaborative service partnership with the Fairmont City Library and engages in community activities to overall enhance the health of the Hispanic community in Fairmont City. She is not only committed to excellence in nursing education, research, service, and practice, but she also cares about empowering Hispanic students here at SIUD. She has served as a faculty advisor for the Hispanic Student Union at SIUD since 2012 and is a member of the SIUD Hispanic Faculty and Staff Association. So Dr. Perez is honored to be your speaker for today's session. So please welcome Dr. Amelia Perez.
Gonna be hard to follow. I'll try. And I'll try to keep it brief, because I can't talk a lot. And when I was in school, I sat at the back and I was like, please, do not follow me today. Do not. I just rather figure into the story. So I am happy to be with all of you today. I go to class every day and I just do class, but this is a lot more special because I'm seeing, like, your graduation coming through, all your family members here. So first of all, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Felicidades, you made it here. This is amazing. You worked really hard for this. I am honored to be a speaker today. I have some 6 major things I'm going to be going over that I feel that we should say. and that I've seen with myself and my family and my dad. I'll start with my dad, he's always been an inspiration. So the first theme is drive, self-motivation, and initiative, which goes along with perseverance that you talked about. My dad's always been my role model since I was little. I saw how hard he worked for all of us. He came from a very small town with family of 12 children. There was no university. He knew if he wanted to advance, he had to move to the city. So when he turned 17, he's like, I don't know how, but I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to go to the city, and I'm going to go to school if he wanted to go to college. I'm from Dominican Republic originally. There is not such thing as like financial aid or anything like that. So he had to tutor throughout school. He had to live with one of his uncles, and not in very comfortable situations, but he did what he had to do to make it through college. And then he eventually became a civil engineer and a senator. So he has always been the example to me that like you can come from not having much and you can stay in that situation, or you can try to move forward and try to figure out a way to advance. So not only did he do all of that for himself, but he also worked really hard so that we could have a better life. So set your goals one at a time. Don't ever aim they're too big. Set it and then work at it gradually one at a time. The second thing I want to talk about is being assertive. So being assertive is still being humble. So there's a difference between being assertive and being overconfident. So don't sell yourself short. You know yourself better than anyone else. Sometimes people think it's bragging. It's not really bragging. You do it. Because I always tell people that like, oh, I don't want to brag about myself, but I'm like, but only you know what you've done. And if you sell yourself short, other people won't know what you've done. So don't be afraid to talk about your accomplishments and be proud of those accomplishments. Don't let anyone know you're very. You may find people in life that are not so nice, or that may be jealous, or that just are not, kind of like not happy people. They want to make your better out than happy. Or they'll be like, oh, she just loves you, everything comes to her. But it's not love, it's what people want. So don't let people like that stop your successes in your future. Don't let anyone be your failure. Gradual progress. So the next thing is gradual progress. Find good role models that can mentor and guide you along the way. I've had wonderful role models. They may not always be of your own ethnicity. And I mean, if we look around, especially around here in this area, when we live, if I would have for a family member, I would have never gotten one, especially in nursing. So connect with that person that really cares about your success and that's really is willing to help you. Celebrate even the smallest of steps. I know we all have big dreams, but if you only wait for that big dream to celebrate, you're not going to have your own way. So I get excited about like smallest things. And people are like, you're just animated. And I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy life. And those little steps along the way keep you happy along the way until you get that big dream. Or maybe there's like, a really special job you want after graduation. I know sometimes some of the students will tell me, like, I want to go change the NICU or the operating room. And even if you don't get that job right away, get a different job that's going to help you get there. So again, those gradual steps to get to your destination. Find your passion. That's a big one. If you find a job where you're passionate about what you're doing, everything else is going to come naturally. You're going to feel like, yes, it's a job, but you enjoy what you're doing. To me, my passion is in nursing. If you asked me that I was going to be a college professor, I'm going to be a nurse. Never did I think I was going to be a college professor. I went and got my bachelor's here at IB, I got my master's, and then I got my PhD at St. Louis University after I started teaching. But when I finished my master's, they were like, oh, you want to teach at clinical? I'm 26, the students are like 20. No. And I was like, me and a college teaching, I'm just going to work in the hospital with a master's. But then you know what, I said, don't close your path. Just try it. You never know. So I tried it. I ended up loving it. And I taught a class. I ended up loving it. And I've been teaching people for years. So what does that say? Don't close your path. to something that you would have never thought that you were a great friend. And maybe what you would end up doing. If you get burnt out in a job, do not stay there. Because when somebody's burnt out in a job, you make yourself unhappy and everybody else around you. I'm not saying you should be job hopping every year, but find what you really enjoy. Don't stay in one job for your life. The next one is travel. Take some time to relax. Once you get that job and have the money, start traveling. I know you're in college, and I think I'm going wherever you go to one thing great. And that's put that on a credit card, which I can pay for all the time. But take some time to travel. The more we travel, we get more open-minded. We see different places, even within the U.S. I've been around so many different states. You go out west and it looks so different than here. You go out east and it looks so different than here. It's almost like having multiple countries in one country. I came from a very small island, so to me, I'm like, it's all in one country. And so, yes, and I love my country. The last thing I'm going to talk about is be you. Be yourself and be proud of yourself. Don't ever compare yourself to someone else. Because you are you and you are unique in your own way. Along with that, build each other up. Like, it's okay to tell someone else, give them a compliment, they did something good. That shows that you're confident enough to know that yes, you're wonderful, but other people around you are wonderful too. And it makes us happy. I remember my friend in high school, and she was like, "Oh, Mary, you're cute." And I'm like, "Oh, you're not nice. I just thought that she was cute too." And so, yes, I always say there's room for all of us to be successful. Yes, there's competition, but there's room for all of us. And the nicer we are to each other, the better each day we have. So go out there, be your best self. If you give 150% to everything you do, that's what you're going to get back. If you give 90% out, that's what you're going to get back. So I wish you all the best on your career, in your future path. Remember that only you can make your path, only you determine that. So congratulations to the class of 2026.
All right, and with that, can we please have another round of applause for Dr. Lynn? You did a wonderful job as our keynote speaker. And with that, we have reached the most exciting part of the day. So we are going to take a moment to recognize each graduate individually. So momentarily, we will ask our graduates to stand and proceed to the side of the stage. Graduates, you will receive your stole, and you will be able to get your certificate at the end of the ceremony where you check in. And as you cross the stage, our campus photographer, Howard, over there, who has somehow managed to clone himself. I don't know how he is in 5 places today, but he is. Howard will be taking your photo. And feel free to post however you like. This is your celebration. There's also a camera at the end of the stage. So because remember that this is streaming. So feel free to wave at that as you wish. So yes, as we read the names of the graduates, and as they cross the stage, we will also be sharing a PowerPoint with each of the graduate names that you'll be able to see. And you are more than welcome to come up here, cheer, take photos, and do what you need to do, because this is our day to celebrate our students. So once all the names of the graduates are shared, we'll ask everyone in attendance for even more cheers, claps, and celebrations. And once we are all cheered out, if we can get there, then we'll carry on with the ceremony. So graduates, as your name is called, remember that we truly see you, we honor you, and we celebrate you. As mentioned, you will receive your stole as you cross the stage, and I sincerely hope that you wear the stole in your respective graduation ceremonies next weekend. So we will now begin with recognizing our students. So at this time, we will ask our graduates to stand as directed and proceed to the podium at the side of the stage.
Surina Echavarri, Bachelor of Science. Cristina Favela, Bachelor of Arts. David García, Bachelor of Science. Jimena González Alfaro, Bachelor of Science. Eric Lechuga, Bachelor of Science. Isabel Martínez Gómez, Bachelor of Science. Romana Rodríguez de Sousa Meireles, Bachelor of Arts. Carla Turín Olguina Hernández, Bachelor of Science. Nicole María Pacheco, Bachelor of Science. Graciela Liz Ramírez, Bachelor of Science. Sanaje Montserrat Villaseñor, Bachelor of Science. Jessica Robbins, Bachelor of Science.
So, at this moment, can we please have another round of applause? I also want to thank Dr. Marcelo Nieto for reading those names so beautifully. So thank you all for your participation. And again, congratulations to all of our graduates today. Graduates, as you go out in the world and make an impact, remember that you are now a proud SIU tutor and that you leave a legacy here on campus and in the hearts of all that you have encountered here. And as soon as you cross that commencement stage next weekend, you will become an official lifelong member of the SIU Alumni Association. No dues required, and you'll be joining more than 120,000 members across the world in our alumni family, spanning across the country, and you will no doubt enjoy the tradition of fellow alumni making significant contributions to the profession and community. And I want to ask Rocky, do you want to come up here and say anything about? We have a member of our alumni association. I just put him on the spot. Rocky, can tell us more about our alumni association and why it's so awesome that you will be here.
Good evening, hello, congratulations, graduates and families. So my name is Rafi. I'm originally from Guatemala. My parents came here as immigrants and made a better life for us. Got 2 degrees from here. I've worked hard. I'm part of the Alumni Association board, and we have a lot of things where we work with students, community, and alumni in the region. Part of my initiatives is working with students, mentoring them here on campus, and helping with jobs, tutoring, helping find professionals. A thing that I've done here now, I've started the Hispanic Latino alumni meeting group. It's coming this fall. We're going to have a chapter here. So if you're an alumni, you have events. We're talking about Chicago later, like a chapter there, but it's baby steps. I got my skill set right now is in sales and marketing. That's what they gave to me. I knew I had to meet people to be able to grow. So I joined the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce here in St. Louis. I'm part of their membership group. I'm also on the board of the Hispanic Leaders Group. It's an advocacy group in St. Louis, and we help students get scholarships. We do a lot of advocacy work so people know the laws and how to treat people. And part here at the board at SIU is kind of like my 3 things. So try to stay busy. I'm a communicator by heart, and part of what the association will offer you is a way to maybe you had a hard day on campus where you had your friends groups that all became alumni. You guys want to come back together a couple of years ago. We will provide that in space, the events, where they go to here, and be able to make memories again. You know, I come to a homecoming game and we have the alumni tent, we have events for alumni, for family. Because honestly, for me, if it wasn't for the university, it still keeps me back by helping students, the minds, keeping young and fresh, energized. Because I'm a lifelong learner. In banking, I help people get houses that from a low to moderate income because I teach about credit. I help them get their first home, their car, and it makes me feel good that I can educate them or connect with a social service or someone in my LinkedIn network here in the area. That's how I'm giving back with the association. So it's free to join. You know, when you graduate, you know, we have the building at Burger Hall, and we have events throughout the year here on campus and the St. Louis region. We've gone to Florida with the Alumni Association. We've gone to Arizona, California, Chicago. We have events. We'll get, you know, around all the social medias. But what I'm saying is, come back. You know, get back when you can. You know, so I've been people when I travel with my SIU gear. Well, I've been on campus 15 years. How did I come back? So I tell them, you know, we got this and this. Here's the URL code where you call, get involved. And it's important to volunteer and give back because when you come from nothing and someone opens up to you and for free and helps you get there, it's very special. So I want to give back to the next generation and just keeps you humble and grounded, you know, because I think that's something about what comes when we get busy with our lives and our jobs. We got to look back how we got there with our friends, our family members that we might not see the moment we walk out of campus. We might not walk back here 10, 15 years, but when we come back, you feel that joy. So that's kind of what the Alumni Association does. We're kindling memories, and we can help you connect to the future or now with any resources. Reach me out. You got me on LinkedIn. I'm with the Alumni Association with them a lot. So, but kind of come back to campus, be part, get back to a student, a future student, you know, because you never know where they're at in life. And everybody has a gift, and I've done that, and we give it back, whether it be, I know mine is in sales and marketing, you could be a scientist, or you could be an engineer. We all have gifts, and we have to know how to use them. So, but the Alumni Association is there for you guys, your families, and we'll have events throughout the year. And then look out for our new Hispanic Latino Affinity coming this fall. Thank you.
With that, your first alumni event will be next Thursday at 5 o'clock. That is the Always a Cougar celebration. And that is a way for you to toast your success as you begin the next chapter of your SIU story. And also, it always seems to be a good time, right? There's good food. I never go, but I see it on Instagram. It looks like a ton of fun. So please just make sure that you attend these events. Engage with the alumni as you can. And I do hope you can make it out to that event next Thursday. So as we mentioned earlier, graduates were able to submit messages of thanks to faculty, staff, mentors, and friends, and families who have been instrumental in their success at SIU, because we know it takes all the love and care from everybody to get here and complete your degree and make it to graduation. So the messages that graduates shared are to the members of your care team are included in the program booklet mentioned earlier. However, we also, once again, want to honor all of you who are here today and have helped these students get to this point in their life. So, once again, I would like to thank all the family, friends, all of the care teams, the staff that are here. I want to thank everybody again for their direct and indirect contributions to our student success. Once again, to everyone who has joined us here today for the Hispanic Latinx graduation ceremony. Thank you once again to our senior leadership and attendees. Our speakers, so we had our good speaker, Isa and Dr. Perez, for offering insight and inspiration. And most of all, thank you students for participating today and making it to the finish line. So thank you for all that you've done here at the institution and the impact that you have made here during your time at SIU. We're very eager for the bright futures from every one of you. So quick announcements as you leave. So graduates, remember to stop by out there to get your certificate. And on your way out from that round table, graduates also, if you could stick around, we're gonna take a group photo with all of us. Thanks once again, our photographer, Howard. And then all other attendees, you are welcome to take as many photos as you want, so the space is yours to use. Also, I once again want to thank the MUF staff for offering refreshments. So please, I know it's 6:30, if you're ready for a snack, we have some food and drinks over there, so please feel free to have what you need. And then once again, we offer a final congratulations to our graduates. So go into the world, be yourself, be great, and thank you everyone for coming. Howard, how do you want to?
Let's try to 5 chairs. 5 chairs and then we'll stand high.
I was going to say, you're the expert.